Hello, I'm Hyoie O'Grady, and I voice Marco and Cairn.
Hey! Hey, wait for me! Whew. Whew. It's been days since I've seen anyone. I'm Marco. Nice to meet you. Wait a minute. You're Aava, right?
What's really interesting about this game and the story is that the narrative and the sort of narrative drive for Aava is completely mirrored with the player's motivation, which is get to the top of the mountain. It is an interesting dynamic to have this sort of really driven character like Aava, who is she's a worker, she's a hard worker, she's a determined, she's disciplined, right? So to have this other character who is much more relaxed and sort of nonchalant about it.
Just don't tell my parents, okay?
And maybe not as keen on getting to the top. It kind of is an interesting dichotomy because the player needs to be on Aava's side. You have to believe Aava and want to succeed like Aava does. But then you want Marco to perhaps give you a slightly different outlook. Marco's character needs to be convincing in that kind of approach to life. You need to see both sides and to see them butt heads in some areas and also rub off on each other. So sometimes maybe Marco needs a little bit of Aava and Aava needs a little bit of Marco.
You climb, you fail, and then?
Then I go back down, set up a cozy spot in my van, and watch a nice TV show on my laptop.
That's it.
I mean, that's all you need, right?
I think it's a really nice treat as the narrative continues to sort of see that unfold. When you go through very impactful chapters in your life, you grow close to the people you shared those chapters with. And I think one thing that I really like about this game, I think that there's a propensity, that there's a temptation in a lot of media for any kind of relationship to be romantic. When you let something be platonic, it's a lot more potential for exploring the sort of grays, the intricacies of people.
You can do it, Marco. You didn't climb all this way to get stuck on such an easy route.
An easy route. I don't find that very encouraging, you know.
A deep connection over a shared goal or a shared ambition or something like that, which in so going through that together, you learn more about yourself. It makes sense, right? If you're out there on a mountain with one other person, you do make each other laugh. You're your only soul, and in the moments in between the climbing and the intensity, like you are the people who are entertaining each other, essentially, you know.
Do you like miso soup?
Huh?
Miso soup, do you like it?
Yes?
Well, are you coming?
As an actor, when you deliver a performance that you feel like you're in, there's a kind of sense of state of flow or something where you don't feel like you're pretending. There's no doubts. When it's something like this and you get this really well crafted story, it's exciting to want to get involved in it.
Already?
The warmth woke me up. These tents can get pretty stifling. Why don't you sit down? You want some breakfast?
Being a gamer too, from the player's perspective, like, what do I want this character to be like? What do I want the experience to be like as I'm playing, you know? I wanted to make him likable and also not annoying. The character can have sort of things, idiosyncrasies and whatever, that are sort of a little bit grating for the player in an endearing way or a funny way. But if you don't deliver it in an authentic way, it can just come across as grating. You see the wonderful art style and it's sort of comic booky in some sense, but it's tempting to want to go in by doing a sort of slightly exaggerated performance, but it's actually much better to not do that. Just respect it in a way, or believe in it. That's a big thing. A sense of sincerity. I think what's really cool about Cairn is the nature of the climbing and the whole stamina system and everything. The entire game is like a tightrope. You have to be totally present. You have to be engaged. It like captures your engagement so thoroughly, which is kind of really cool. Like, I remember when I played the demo and I was like, whoa, like I'm in this. Like I got, you know, it really engages your brain. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what people think about the story. It's really encouraging to know that the gameplay is all standing on its own and so exciting and people are so into it. And like, I know that there's this really well-crafted, well-written story that's just waiting for people to enjoy, you know. That's that's really cool. I mean, it's going to be great.